Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Sunday, February 2nd, 2025. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and let's get started. So, I'm just showing you this is that put-call ratio chart that I go over with members each week, and it's just a really good thing to say follow, to pick up some, just to really see where the sentiment of the market is. And when it's down here, typically, as you saw right here, every time it came down to this level, we got pretty big spikes up and big drops. But here we actually took out this level, and really the last time that we were trading down at these levels was going all the way back into 2021. So it's not really. Typically, it's not a sustainable thing, and usually we get very, very deep corrections once, or quick drops once really they're in these areas. So I've been saying that I just don't believe that it really was a safe environment to be just jumping on the long side, because everybody's long, and we know that there was really no protection, because we had the VIX that was at the at levels that was pretty bearish for the market overall. So what it's telling us is that there's no protection, and that's typically when they pull the rug out. And we saw the S&P rally on Friday morning. They got up into I thought that they were going to be going up to the hang on one second, let me get so my upside target was going up into this 6127 level, and the reason why was this ABC, and this was 100%, but we closed the gap. This was always my first target, and then if we got above that and we needed to test these highs, the next line would be right around that 6121. We had a little bit of bearish divergences on the 60-minute chart. We don't have them on the 15-minute, and we do have some on the 5 minutes. So the thing is, I'm not sure if this short-term chart is going to give us a bounce like it's suggesting, and really the main reason. I know that the drop that took place on Friday had to do when Trump announced some tariffs going on Canada, Mexico, and China. And really what the fear was that we're going to have kind of a tariff or a trade war. And that's pretty much what happens. So we have Canada and we have Mexico that are already announcing tariffs on us. We haven't heard anything yet from China, but I'm sure they'll be doing it as well. But this is the fear, is that if we're in some kind of trade war, prices are going to start going up again. And if prices start going up, that's going to be inflation. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to get oil back down. That will kind of, let's just say, offset it. But right now, oil's pretty high. We have, there's it in just the inflation numbers. I'm a little bit nervous of them right now, and not for anything that Trump has done as far as his policies, but more just this tariff stuff that's going on. And I have a feeling, this is, again, just a feeling, I don't know. I don't think it's going to last that long. I think they're going to see what disruption it's going to do to the markets, and come up and say, okay, hey, let's wave the white flag here. That would be my guess. We'll have to wait and see, but I think there's going to be some jitters tomorrow. That would make sense. So, we have some buy signals there, but the thing is, remember what I was putting down, especially in the morning notes, was that, if we get up towards this, towards closing the gap and getting up to the 6100, that this would be area that I'd be looking to sell premium. And if anybody did it, it was probably one of the easiest trades that you've made, because we never even came close up here, and then we ended up down here. So it was this is it. We made it through this support here. Now they tried to bounce it back up again, but towards the end of the day, we did see selling again. If the bears can get through this 60-13 level, then really what I'd be looking at is the next say the support level is going to be down at this 59.80. So we have some right here. You can see the little cluster here. And yeah, so this is the important one right here, the 60.11. If they get through that, we are going to see panic selling down to the 59.80 and possibly even coming all the way down to, we could gap all the way down below that. And if anybody is short, really what I do if I'm on the right side is I close the position right at the open. I have I'm actually into a pretty decent trade right now for the fund where I took the long side and the short side, and when we started coming down, the puts really started kicking in. So we already, we have a decent profit on it. I'm kind of really hoping that tomorrow we just get a big move on the downside. I mean, the downside would be better just because, the puts that we own are above where this is, so we're already in the money on it. But if it moves up, as long as it moves up a lot too. So the easiest trade would be if we gap down tomorrow. But we really just want to keep an eye on this support level, the 60.11, because if that gets taken out, there's nothing here until we get down to this 59.80, which is where, we could see some buyers, or what will happen is they'll be waiting down at the right here at the 59.63. So on the upside, really, what the bulls are going to have to do is get it back above this 60.73 level, and if they do, you can see they're going to be running into some moving averages. Another thing that's interesting is you see how the Bollinger Bands, typically when they're moving in opposite directions, you get big moves. When they coil up like this, it means that it's a big move is pending. You don't really know which way. And then when they're expanding, you get a little bit more of an expansion. But we haven't really traded outside of the Bollinger Bands like this. Now, if we do again tomorrow, I'd be looking at support levels. I wouldn't be too say quick to go long. But it's what you want to do is at support levels. You pull out your short position and wait for a bounce, or try a little bit of a long position, but always be hedged with the short. So, again, if we have the moving average that's right here at the 59.95, so this will probably be some, where buyers are, but again, we're not through the Bollinger Band at all. So, to me, it's telling me there still should be some room on the downside, and again, we still have this open gap right here at the the 59.53, and below that you have the opening gap that's at the 59.04. But really, you'd be looking at another closure down at the 58.42. So those would be the long-term, pivots that I'd be watching. But right now, let's just see, how the market digests this news that came out over the weekend with the tariffs, and see what happens. See if they're going to, be willing to buy the dips on it. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.